And welcome back to MLG ProScrims. I'm Mr. X from Complexity, and this is Doc joining me from the AU. And we are on with Curse Las Vegas against TK. If TK can win this map, Domination Strike Zone, obviously, if you play Call of Duty, you obviously know what this map is. They will take this series. If not, we will go to a everything that we want to see in a Game 5. And right on board, I'm on with Miracles. Curse picking up 3 kills, but Nezlo in the back of that bar. And Doc, this is what I want to talk about. What do you prefer on this map? Do you prefer to try and get those outside flags and lock the other team in bar, or do you just kind of just play it by how the spawns are flowing?
I'm always a fan of having higher ground, and that's always, come from, especially in Black Ops 2 days, the raid hardpoint. I always thought it was better to have that top side, just because, you kind of look down on, like, some, cheeky spots. I always feel instead of, trying to get that B spawn trap going, which a lot of teams do go for, especially on strike down, cap that B, cap that A flag, and try work that pro shop area. I know it sounds crazy, don't hate me for it, but believe it or not, there is, a bit of a spawn trap over there, and I've been seeing it time and time again, starting to take effect. And it's just that top ground domination which teams can, impose, which I feel can be absolute game changers.
Absolutely, and I mean, I'm on board with Parasite right now, starting off 5-0, and he is just dominating right now. And, you can't say enough good things about Parasite. He's one of the best players that we have on the circuit. He's so smart, and he knows the game so well. And right there, you see a very smart play. Instead of just pushing for that 3 cap, he's going to opt to just play smart in the back bar, but he's taken out by Sharp. I do like this rotation out of Curse. You're seeing Miracles coming through Kitchen. He's going to know he's going to have 2 people there, but he gets taken out. So right now, if you're Curse, I would probably push for the C flag. I would get a guy on the bridge. I would get a guy down C. I would get a guy watching this mid stairs out of Kitchen, and I would have one person stay at A. And I would really push for C, and that's what it looks like they're doing right now.
I'm not too sure about TK going for that B flag, because they might have just dug their own grave there with that C spawn trap, especially a team like Curse, who Parasite. I've seen him solo spawn trap teams. That's just how strong he is sometimes, and that is something which can happen. So we'll see if he can make it, work. But you are seeing TK realize that they're rotating over to A, and I look at the minimap, they've got that on lockdown. But I'm just watching these 2 teams just switch these flags. They're almost doing a circle route around it, Mr. X. You see Curse, they had the B flag, then they lost it, then they took C, and it's going back and forth right now. So it's going to be interesting to see who can actually, keep that 2 flags on lockdown.
Absolutely, and I mean, right there, Miracles on your screen. You see you picked up a big 2-piece. I can't speak tonight either, man. I don't know what it is, but a big 2-piece inside the kitchen.
I have it all the time. Don't worry.
We played Just Us last night, I believe, on this map. And one of the things that they did is they took 2 flags at the beginning, and they got into a little bit of a lead. And then what they did pretty much after that was they just kept running around the map, all 4 of them, and just kind of circling, taking flags, and just trading with us. And you can never really get a lead back. The map is so small that a strategy like that could work. And, I mean, Justice is a very good team. I mean, I would not be surprised if they're trying to set a new trend with that kind of strategy.
It might have actually flown over to TK and Curse squad, but it's actually a flip side of what we saw when we first saw domination. It's now Curse up by 20 points with 1:30 left in this domination game, and you're going to see a lot more higher scoring points, especially on strike down. It's strike down. I'm terrible with map names. I don't know why. I just keep
strike zone. It's a zone. It ain't down. It's a zone. There you go.
I'm used.
It's like baseball, man. It's like baseball.
I will remember it.
Yeah, now you remember.
I will remember it. Thank God. I will remember it because you've told me. All right, I will make sure of that. But Curse being really dominant right now. They nearly just got a 4 down, and they've just held that 2 flag lead, and they're actually starting to, create a mountain for TK to climb right now. They really got to make something happen, because it'll be so easy in a team like Curse. If they get a lead, they'll just shut you out ASAP.
Oh, absolutely. And, I would really like that push out of Parasite, who was on your screen right there. He had Killa behind him, and we see a lot of people play that wrong when they're trying to take A back. The first guy down will get on the flag, and the second guy down will go and cut off that junk or that store area. You really want that first player to work down those stairs and into that junk, into that courtyard, and really cut that off to secure the cap out of A. But, I mean, like you said, we had a pretty dominant performance out of Curse right here. I mean, let's take a look at the scoreboard before the game ends. You have Parasite at 14-8, Killa at 14-14, Nameless and Miracles both with 9 kills. So, TK won the slaying department there, but just better rotations out of Curse Las Vegas.
I'm just counting up the captures that every single player has. Parasite 5, Killer 3, Nameless, he's got the single, but then Miracles was 2. Like, as you said, these players are just switching it out. Combined, TK have 11 captured, you know, the domination points. That just shows how much they're just rotating around. No one obviously locking it down relatively well or getting a presence around the flag. If anything, I will give Curse had that B flag for about 4 minutes straight, and that paid off for them. But it was the A and C flag that just getting, you know, tossed and turned between the two teams.
Right, and you know, it might have been, you know, TK, they spawned themselves inside that bar for a little bit, and that's really what determined the game. I mean, I believe it was an 18-point game. It was 87-69 actually, so it's an 18-point game. And, you know, it's not an insurmountable lead for TK, but it's going to be extremely important to see. I actually want to see how Curse plays this off the start, because Curse, if they can push the other team's home flag and, you know, with stuns or nades and get the other team off of it, it can really just ruin the entire round for TK, because if you can't hold that home flag and then get one of the other two, obviously B or the other team's home flag, to go back for your own could really just waste a ton of time that they can't afford to waste.
They just can't afford it. They got, you know, a hefty amount of work to do. They got 5 minutes to do it. It can be done. They just got to, you know, put their heads down and just go for it. They need to play smart, use their heads, and all 4 of them heading towards that A flag and then rotating to B. So being very aggressive off the bat, they're going straight for it, and it looks like TK early push for this B flag.
Yeah, and you know, right there, it's a nice start out of TK. You know, they're trading some kills. They're inside B. It looks like they're going to take B. And I'm going to go on board with Kaliber. I'm going to see where he's going to be going. You know, he's got this AR, and he's going to play inside the bar area. I'd much rather have him lock down that whole right side of the map by junk, but, you know, he's doing work in the bar, so if it works for you, I mean, do it to it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, exactly.
Exactly, and he's actually, you know, got a long-range kind of engagement there in the bar room, which is a close area. He's obviously, you know, done his research and knows there's all he's got to do is just, you know, keep scoping up that door. But he gets absolutely destroyed as the Curse players just bum rush that B flag, and they're about to cap it around now. Fury, the only player to really contest it, and you just saw them neutralize that flag. So neither team going to be getting some points off it right now, and that is not what Curse need. They are down. Actually, no, sorry, that's not what TK needs. They are down, and they need as many points as they can get. They do have a lead, but, you know, it's already been 1 minute and 15 seconds. They need more than just a 7-point advantage.
Right, I mean, that's 2 huge kills right there out of TK, and it's extremely important if they can get this A flag back, because they started to spawn inside that bar area, and we saw like how Curse Las Vegas dominated that last round, and it looks like the Curse Las Vegas is going to take B back, and TK is really going to need to either work into B, or they're going to have to just an all-out push towards C, and right now you don't see too much organization from this team.
Exactly. They're being very sloppy about it. That's something I'm not noticing. You know, compared to that Sovereign game we played, they played it by the book. They, you know, picked those engagements. They picked those gun battles they wanted to go for, and it worked extremely well for them. Now, it just seems like if they see someone, they just start shooting at it, and they're not playing how a team needs to be going right now. They're not at that, if in a sense, it just looks like an amateur team. They've just been thrown together, just trying to, you know, make some sloppy plays, and it's not what I want to see out of the TK squad. And with 2 minutes 40, they are still got the lead, but that huge advantage that Curse had straight off the bat, it's, you know, I'm really kind of almost disappointed with how TK are playing this.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you can really, on Strike Zone, it's, you know, for a new team like TK, the gameplay is very fast on Strike Zone, so you can't really just call out and like kind of coordinate a push or really get anything just really stable going. So you really have to, what we found is you have to just talk out the theory of what you're going to do in the game prior to it. So when the other team has A and B, you know, you don't have to really just make a strategy with your team, you just go. And I mean, that's something that TK, I mean, like we said, they haven't been even together for 24 hours. I mean, I'm extremely impressed by how they played so far with such little time, and I'm sure as they progress as a team, we'll see just a more defined strategy out of them.
Alright, I'm on board with Fury right now. He just took that A flag, heading straight down the guts of it. They are being aggressive about it. They understand they need to go for it right now. If they don't get 2 flags, they're going to get taken out. And he actually does drop. There goes 2 more of his teammates. Sharp, last one alive, jumping on that B flag. He's got support from behind, throwing some stuns, and he's going to find a play. That was a big kill, exactly what they needed. And now they're going to have to go for that C flag. If they don't get almost a triple cap going, they will be shut out of it. But as I say, that Curse jumping on that A flag, that is going to cause a distraction for the TK team as you see them all huddling towards it. Clayster the only one alive, and he drops. Now it's all up to Fury to try and get back this flag. But I'm almost safe to say it's a little bit too late for them, as with a minute left. Curse are in prime position to take this out.
Yeah, and I mean, with a minute to go, Curse won that first half by 18 points. I think you would actually need to, let's see, it's going to be 7. You're actually, I think, going to need to cap one more back if you're TK. You can't let them take that B and hold those 2 flags. So, I mean, it's coming down to the wire right now with 40 seconds left. And it looks like I'm on board with Theory, and he's able to cap C. This is going to be a pretty close one. They're going to need to get B back, though.
They need to get B or at least neutralize it, because every time Curse gets a point, they, you know, keep that lead. And that's something which is just being an mounting amount of work that they got to do. And they're just lining up the kill. And I'm watching them. They're winning those important game modes. Sharp, the last one alive there, and he's all the way stuck at the back of their spawn. This is, I'm almost really, you know, unimpressed with how TK have played this. After such a convincing win in the domination on Sovereign, to see them go down the way they are right now, it really just, you know, it breaks my heart, you know? It brings a tear to my eyes.
And actually, we're going to have Curse Las Vegas, yeah, just winning that map by 15 points. And, you know, I think that'll be a map that once TK just plays together more as a team, that's really all that map is. That map's just a lot of theory and teamwork and just knowing what your team wants to do. And obviously this Curse Las Vegas team, they've been together for a lot longer, at least 3 of those guys than TK, they pretty much just formed yesterday, this team. Obviously they have 3 guys plus Clayster, but it's a lot different role that Clayster's filling than Goonjar's role, so it's just a little bit of a transition. And I think, once they figure that out, they're going to be perfect on that map, just like they were on Sovereign Domination.
That's kind of the key benefactor. But looking at the scoreboard there, not a single person from TK that round dropped a positive number. Just let that sink in. Not a single one of them finished positive. Curse just so strong in that slaying department. That's what won them that second round and eventually the map. So we're going to game number 5.
Yeah.
It's going to be a search and destroy.
It's going to be a search and destroy. No, we don't know what map that's going to be yet. And I think I got an invite from Theory. So it looks like it's going to be search and destroy on Sovereign. And, this is one of my favorite search and destroys. Tons of sniper action. You know, teams pushing that top control. And, you know, personally for us, Complexity, we like to push A, which you don't see a lot of teams do. And, what's your prediction for this map?
Oh, you know, last night
I pick first? I'm going to pick first. I'm going to pick first. All
right, you're fine. You get it. All right.
I'm going to say TK is going to win this 6-5.
Curse are going to win.
Did you just do that because I picked?
I just said it.
You just did that because I picked TK.
Did I?
You did.
You know, see?
I don't know because I'm not in your brain, but that's what I would assume.
I'm just going crazy then.
Yeah, I picked TK. He picked Curse. Game 5, Search and Destroy Sovereign coming up next.